Comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go, go. 280!
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Alert flare.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
120!
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 15 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Rip left. Rip left. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Zebra!
This is our time, guys. This is our time. 57.
Now it's Stafford. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Stafford now to throw. He's got his man. It's Curse. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Bandit. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey. He's crashed. Monday. Kill.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
New mic 52. Focus, defense, focus.
Stafford looks to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's our time. 25.
Now Howard. And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24.
357. Sunday.
Hey, come on,
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 18-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Pack. 280.
Watch the curve. Check 26. Rush in. Whip.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, empty.
They'll run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 10-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. Pack.
Watch the slap. He's coming.
We got here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Devon Kennard on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 280.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go, go. 180!
Watch that go. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
Kill.
50 wants the mic.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Lions 10. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son.
To throw again. Stafford, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 77 yards. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, this is Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Lions 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Stafford. Safarian Jenkins has it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Nice, sweetheart.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57 to Mike. Watch 57.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing again. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Stafford now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. 70. Joker. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go. Hey, watch the edge.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Number 21.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, 54.
Check. 52's the Mike.
To throw again, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Check 13. Check 13. 50. 52.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
53. Ready.
Try to do better. Come on, QB. Come on. 52's the Mike right here, over there, right? 52's the Mike. Go. Go.
11.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here I come. Here I come.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
They supplying that. Mike 52. Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught by Curse. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Watch twist. Watch.
53. Ready. Hey, echo.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass.
Throwing again. Stafford. And it's caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Woo-hoo. Save. Watch out.
32.
Check 37.
32.
Hey, turn it out.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have now moved out in front. Prater for the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a...
He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
8-yard gain. First down, Philadelphia.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Let's go. Great.
Check hot. Watch safety creep.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Sunday.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw again. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Blue draw Corkers.
Sponge. No. Watch twist.
Alert. General West.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
A carry now for McKissick. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Stafford here. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Johnson on the counter. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 15, check 15. 40 got. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go one more. Hey, 70. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Drop deep, drop deep.
Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready. 280.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got wide.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. All day, baby, all day. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't know.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz to throw again. Completes it to Aguilar. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love Love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Agnew now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
By Nigel Bradham. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Eagles 21.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's counting me. Drill right, 22. Check 3. Hurry. 10. Go. He's crying all the way back home, yo.
Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. 11. Like 7.
Now Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
36. Hatch it.
Johnson running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
52. Here we go. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I got one.
Hey, high 7.
52. You're trash.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trey Flowers, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Move. 4 down. Alert. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Set. Blue 60.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Omaha, remove.
On 1st down, Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Crunch.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. On 1st down, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Mike.